Fixed 10 is about quality assessment. We have no hope of having accurate grades if we don't have quality assessment. And so every assessment that we use to get scores that are going to be part of grades needs to be a quality assessment. So it needs to meet some principles. And those principles, I think, are basically three big ones. There needs to be clear learning goals for each assessment that are transparent, that then the teacher is clear about them, that they're transparent, they're clear to students, and if parents are involved, to parents. There needs to be clear purpose for each assessment. Is this assessment a diagnostic assessment? Is it a formative assessment? Is it a summative assessment? In other words, what use are we going to make of the results? And there needs to be sound design of each assessment. And sound design has four components to it. It means that assessments need to be well written. They need to meet technical requirements. They need to be at appropriate reading level for students, all of those sort of considerations. It needs to be about the right method, what is sometimes called target method match, that if we're assessing low-level recall knowledge, selected response, multiple choice is fine. It's an efficient, effective way to find out what students know. But it doesn't work for skills or application of knowledge. For skills or application of knowledge, we have to use performance assessment. We must have the right method. The third aspect of sound design is that we need to have appropriate sampling. We need to have enough evidence of each standard, not too much or too little, that we have enough evidence to make the judgments that we need to make. And the fourth aspect of sound design is that we avoid bias or distortion. And there can be bias or distortion with the student, with the setting, and with time. There can be student issues around things like, are they physically unwell? Are they mentally upset? Do they have a high test anxiety? Those sort of things will distort student results. There can be problems with the setting, heat, noise, comfort. I mean, they're things that are generally well controlled, but we need to be aware of them. If something happens that during an assessment, that a setting issue, then we need to make appropriate adjustments for it. And the third part of that is time, that students need to have enough time to complete assessments. There is virtually nothing in standards that says it's about speed. So, but what we've often done is we've said this is a 60-minute test, and some students have not been able to complete it, yet we record the scores as if they've finished it. What we need to do is to have flexible time. So that, and the rule of thumb that's sometimes suggested is that the amount of flex time should be a third of the basic time. So if it's a 60-minute test, there should be 20 minutes of flex time, which then accounts for the student that writes slowly but does well, or the student that thinks slowly but does well.